Hello everyone, welcome to the June vlog of 2022, and you join me just kind of finishing up, coming in after a bit of a day out shopping, and Aria is still in her coat. So we're gonna kind of get her out of it and get upstairs. So yeah, I'm gonna take that trash out as well because, you know, it's all recyclables and you gotta separate and everything because you gotta be green, I guess. Anyway, hopefully this vlog's going to be pretty uplifting. Let's get to it. So I have finally decided to invest in something new that I have always had an interest in and always wanted to try, and that is flight simulation on Microsoft Flight Simulator and on other kind of flight simulations. And I thought I'd do it with a little bit of flair. We're using the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 flight kind of rig thing, but I'm also going to add other control panels and things that you can buy separately, other modules I'm not to this in particular, but just kind of add to a setup in which I can add a more realistic kind of flight experience. But for now, I'll get that in a couple of weeks time, but for now it's going to be this system, Universal Flight Control System. It's going to be pretty cool. So I have been playing the flight training in Microsoft Flight Simulator for the past like 2 hours, I think, 2 or 3 hours, and getting 76% mastered. I had a bit of trouble. If you look down here, this is the actual yoke itself and the controls here as well, but I have more controls coming just to get a better, I've said this before anyway, to get a better experience. They're going to kind of stand over here and over here, just kind of extra switches and things that I can flick around and just make the experience a little bit more entertaining. But obviously this is actually already entertaining because there's buttons here and everything, and you know, it's pretty good. The only problem is that Microsoft Flight Simulator, both on my keyboard inputs and on the inputs from this, is the trim. Apparently there is a kind of an issue. This is actually made for Flight Simulator, by the way, for some reason. Whatever. The flight trim, which kind of elevates the nose up and down and kind of sets it there so you can control this better, it doesn't really function very well in the game. It's not this that's faulty or my keyboard or anything. For whatever reason, the trim kind of just gets stuck in center position, and every time I try to roll this forward or roll this back, it just kind of flickers between two settings, as it does on here as well, because you can actually use your numpad to control the pitch as well, but for some reason it just doesn't, it just gets stuck. I don't know, I'm going to look further into it, but apparently it's a problem that kind of persists. But this is a pretty good setup, and it has a nice screen on the front and everything, so you can change your profiles and, you know, look into different aspects. If I can get it to actually open up, so it's that one. You know, it's just different aspects of settings and things for this, excuse me, and so on and so on and so on. So it's pretty good. There's a lot to it, and it's very complicated and looks quite expensive, which I guess it is, but it's totally worth it, and I definitely recommend that you get one. More on this to come later in the vlog, perhaps. Okay, so half an hour later, and a lot of troubleshooting and stress and worry that this extremely expensive thing isn't working properly, but it is. It took me way too long, obviously, to figure out that the system itself was plugged into the wrong USB port on my computer. It requires like USB 2 to USB 3, and I guess this was just a little bit too far for it to handle. Plugged into a slot on my current gaming PC, which is here. There is a USB slot here, which is kind of all this kind of slot area box thing, which should have a cover on it, but never came with one when I had the case. But anyway, all this area here is like every slot you can imagine for every kind of data card, SD cards, micro SD cards, other cards I've never even heard of, kind of all go in this slot down here, including USB. Except USB-C, it's not old enough for that, young enough for that even. But yeah, the USB port down here isn't kind of the right kind of USB port for something like this, and wasn't registering this control properly. The pitch. It is actually the pitch wheel. Yeah, sorry. But I plugged it into here, and which is a USB 2 or USB 3, I think. and now everything's works perfectly. So if you go into training on here like this, it will kind of tell you like, okay, so you lift that to the side and it's telling you how calibrated it is. Pretty calibrated. If I pull one of the throttles here, it's showing me, there we go, that the throttle is working fine. Buttons, all functioning pretty good. And it also tells you what they're assigned to on any given profile, because this can internally store profiles on several different airplanes, including your own custom one as well, I believe. And of course you've got the vinyls here, which you can do as well. I know a little bit about piloting, I guess. And of course this, the trim, it's not pitch wheel, it's trim. Wow, I'm an idiot. So the trim wheel now works pretty well. It's pretty accurate now. So yeah, before when I was trying to do the trim wheel, keep saying pitch, the plane was just kind of just falling out of the sky because it wasn't working correctly. And of course, all of the extra bits on here all function. Even the triggers are sensitive. You can, yeah, it's brilliant. But I'm going to stop talking about this now and get on with the vlog. Maybe you'll see me flying a plane later on in the vlog. I don't know, maybe. I've got a lot of work ahead of me this week, a very long work week, so we'll see. Anyway, moving on. It never ends, this work day. Coffee in hand. It's just so much walking, 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been here for 3 weeks, never do get used to it. Anyway. What are you doing? Well, got sent home today because of, well, exhaustion. I overdid it, bad sleeping pattern. And yeah, just thought I'd document it on the vlog. Only a few hours early though, so I guess it's fine. Yes, Poppy. I don't know why you're looking at her. I'm just really, really tired and ready to settle down and eat some British fish and chips in a bit and get some rest, of course. Yeah, definitely get some rest and a better sleeping pattern. Anyway, moving on. So today is the day I get my new gaming PC, although I do have to work first. So I'm going to work now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I start work at 6. I finish at about 1:30 in the afternoon, so about a 7.5 hour shift. And then I am going to go straight into my town centre where I'm going to be picking up my new gaming PC. It is professionally built, which is good. It's just I get to go pick it up there rather than have it delivered, which is great. But yes, I just thought I'd document it on the vlog. It's exciting for me. I guess you guys, you like to watch this kind of thing, then it's exciting for you as well. I haven't had a new computer in about I think it's been a decade. Now I'll try not to ball my shoulders so much. But yeah, it's been a while, but I really better get ready for work and finish off my coffee that I have to drink, otherwise I'm going to fall asleep at my desk because it's 5 in the morning. I don't have a desk job. It's more of a moving around a lot job. I'm wearing the badge here, the extending thing, because we need to bleep to get in and out of doors. And anyway, let's get that computer. Skip the whole workday. I wish I could. Let's go. And scene. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a great show. Well, it's had some moments where it's just filler, but it's pretty good. I like it personally, but yeah, Darth Vader was pretty cool in it. Great performance by James Earl Jones and that AI thing they use. Anyway, I have finally gotten my computer. It's been one hell of a day. Work's been stressful. I had to leave early because Aria had an appointment with one of her appointments, and yeah. So being a baby, appointments all over the place. But looks like my LEDs are losing it. Probably need to get new ones anyway because it doesn't go all the way to the end. But anyway, I won't go into specs because I'm not that kind of guy that likes to divulge on specs and things, because I know people compare and contrast. I'll just say, like I said, that it's high end. Anyway, I'm going to get it plugged into my little setup here, and probably somewhere where Robot Girl is standing, and or maybe where the PS5. The PS5 might go where Robot Girl's standing, which is on that desk there, a little fold-up desk. But yeah, or let's just look that way and look back, and it'll be different. So let's go look that way, then look back, and hey voila, it's changed. As if like the magic of filmmaking, if you can call this a film. And there she is. She's a beauty. She is kind of okay from this angle, but if you turn and look at her, I could call her a her. Yeah, she looks a lot better from that angle. Obviously, all of the lights and RGB and everything I have all around here, around the desk, in the computer, on the keyboard itself, the mouse and the mouse mat, everything up to this point is obviously customizable and all reacts with each other and things and whatnot. And there's Robot Girl standing there still, and the PS5 has kind of been moved over there a little bit. Kind of can't see it when I'm playing it, which is kind of a shame because it's a gorgeous console. But yeah, and those guys have been moved around a little bit. Got the Falcon there and the two puppies kind of sat there. But yeah, it's awesome. I haven't really tested it out. I'm not playing any games on everything yet, but I'm in for one hell of a ride, I know that. But yeah, and it's going to make for better videos on the channel as well. Although my older one is still there and will still be used as well, mostly for flight sims, because installing Microsoft Flight Simulator takes quite a while, and I don't think I want to wait again for it to be installed on this one. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Typical British weather. We've had literally a week of hot weather, like 31 degrees, 34 degrees, something like that, persistently, consistently, and now it just rains and it's freezing cold. You know what? The air is really light and really not polluted. I have an air pollution alert, and this here is just steam. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, the air is really light and cool, and it's nice. It's a nice coolness, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the weather is unpredictable here. Just thought I'd point that out. Okay, so we've transformed this corner cupboard into a dishwasher in our kitchen. And it's an integrated dishwasher. I was going to say washing machine there for a second. However, it is kind of incomplete. As you can see, there's no door on the front of it. And it slightly rocks forward. I can't really do it at the moment. It's in there pretty firm. It is fitted. It is ready. It is actually working. I have. It's just actually finished a cycle. I'm not going to open it up because there are nice, clean, shiny pots in there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Although, like I said, it's not finished yet. Like I said, we do need to put a door on it. I'll stop saying like I said now. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very nice to have to be able to wash the dishes with a machine rather than that you've seen me quite a few times doing manually in the videos. And that really should be in the trash, shouldn't it? What the heck is that? Anyway, yeah, it's just a nice thing, I guess, to have. Never had one of my own before, but there we go. So here's a game I have wanted to play for a while, and it's the Outer Worlds. I actually managed to get myself That,
Taking it easy?
yeah, I guess so. That was odd. I've actually managed to get myself the Xbox Game Pass PC version for the PC, and it was there. It was available, so I thought, you know what, I've been wanting to try that game for so long. It's been on my radar, and I just never got around to playing it. But now I have. It's just a game that appeals to me so perfectly. The sort of sci-fi exploration kind of deal where you can do anything you want and play the game anywhere you want in multiple different planets and things. It's just perfect. It's just chef's kiss perfect. And I'm just kind of annoyed that I didn't play it sooner. But hey, here I am playing it now, so that's good, I guess. So I'm just playing the PC version of Cyberpunk 2077, and it looks incredible. Like, for a game that had so many bugs and things and whatever, this is Cyberpunk 2077 just maxed out on ray tracing ultra kind of. It's called ray tracing ultra setting, but everything else has been like turned up to max and whatever. The camera's not really giving it that much justice, but yeah. It looks incredible, just visually very appealing. I haven't played as a street kid yet on this game, so I'm doing a playthrough on the PC version as a street kid. And I've not played a lot of the side quests either. I played a few on the PS5 version, but I'm going to go ahead and replay them again on here, as well as all the other ones I haven't played and things. So it's going to be a good adventure, just playing through this again. It looks, like I said, it looks really good, really good. And all those glitches that I mentioned in previous videos, I think in this series of vlogs, I'm not sure, but I mentioned this a lot, saying there's a lot of glitches. The glitches that got on my nerves the most was the visual glitches on the photo mode. They are gone, so that's good. In fact, it was gone on the PS5 version as well, but yeah, this version just kind of maxes everything out. It's pretty cool. It's very good. Anyway, moving on. Well, that's it. The job's over. The contract has ended. And now I'm walking through a very creepy graveyard to get back home. I'd do this every day though. I've not vlogged a lot of it, but relatively enough. And now it's back to my voice acting and basically the Munkcast as well, but that's not the same thing. Although there is voice acting involved with the Munkcast. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Let's get back to it. I mean, working for myself. Anyway. Even though it's raining, it's a pretty nice view. Proves that the earth isn't flat, by the way. It's just a ridiculous notion, by the way. But it's gorgeous for an industrial kind of town. Should have vlogged here first. Anyway. And I'm not certain why I didn't mention this, but my sister had a little girl recently, relatively recently anyway. And she's actually asked me to be the godfather to her daughter. And of course, I accepted. And she did present me with the request with this cup, which I put coffee in. I did say I wasn't going to use it, but I'm going to use it. Although it's from the movie Godfather. It actually came with these really nice coasters as well, which is pretty good. They all say something different on them, which is good. I actually am using those as well. There's kind of one over there as well, but I'm not going to move the camera. Anyway, but yeah, I just I thought that'd be something interesting to mention. Because we're going to be having a christening soon. I'm not completely 100% religious kind of thing, but it's just kind of a tradition at this point, I guess, rather than an actual religious thing. But I'll vlog it once it happens. It's going to be the next vlog, because as of this particular vlog, I need to end it because it is now, of course, July, I believe. Is it July? Wow. It is, it's July. Wow. Sorry. Got a bit of shell shock there from the fact that the time just went super quick. Anyway, until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and vlog over.